Fantastic. All right, let's go get started. Everyone, my name is Judge Woodman. I'm a judge here within the lovely city of Los Santos. What we're going to be starting off today, quick rundown. We're going to be hearing from the prosecution in regards to their introduction and charges, and if they've got any plea deals. Then we'll be hearing from the defense with their introduction and whether they're pleading guilty or not guilty, and then we'll be going into strike information and any witnesses and things like that. So we're going to get started. Prosecution, please approach the podium there in the middle. Introduce yourself and what charges you have for us today.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Lieutenant Travis Steele. Charges today are the following. One count of attempted murder, one count of brandishing a weapon, one count of failing to comply with a police officer, one count of theft of a vehicle, and one count of unlicensed operation of a vehicle.
Okay, and was there any plea deals discussed with the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Right, very good, thank you. Defense, please approach and introduce yourself, and we'll hear a plea for all the charges.
My name is Tortellini, legal aid, defending my client here. I believe at this stage he is wanting to plead not guilty to all charges. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Okay, not guilty on all charges. Are there any motions to strike any of the evidence, Mr. Tortellini?
Just a quick confirmation from the prosecution side.
Yes, please.
Can you restate the evidence that was being brought forward?
So the evidence brought forward is the pistol confiscated from the defendant, 3 photographs of him, as well as GSR receipt and 5 bullet casings from his firearm.
At this stage, I don't think we would have any motion to strike, so we'll leave that one.
All right, very good. Now, are there any, either side, do we have any more than 3 witnesses?
My offsider here will be a witness for the prosecution, Your Honor.
All right, and defense, do you have any witnesses?
I believe the defendant wants to testify himself. Is that correct? Yeah.
All right, very good. Excellent. All right, we'll start with opening statements. Prosecution, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, 8:17 this evening, the LSPD received a call for a ATM robbery down on one second, Your Honor. I forgot the name.
Vespucci Boulevard.
Vespucci Boulevard. Just near Red Car Garage. Me and my partner, we arrived on scene. We seen the defendant on his knees being surrounded by 3 men with guns. We negotiated for his safe release. Once the hostage takers had left, the defendant got up and ran away from police. We gave pursuit, in which the defendant stopped a local vehicle, pulled the driver out of the vehicle and drove away. He stopped just up the road where we caught up to him. That's where 2 other random people, we didn't know who they weren't connected to the scene, jumped into the already stolen vehicle. The defendant then pulled out a firearm from his back pocket and started firing onto the vehicle with two civilians inside it. Due to the extreme threat of life, me and my offsider opened fire on the defendant, downing him. We then rendered basic first aid to him, where we transported him up to Pillbox Hospital and placed him under arrest. That's all. That's all for my closing statement, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Defense, your opening statement, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, we do not argue the fact that my defendant was a hostage at the ATM robbery. The vehicle that he had in his possession was stolen by 2 individuals. It is my defendant's belief that he is exercising his right to self-defense and self-defense of his property when he opened fire on the individuals. Basically, our argument is that his actions, although severe, were all in the name of self-defense. That'll be that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we'll start off with witness examination now. Prosecution, if you could please call your first witness.
Call my first witness, Cadet Sam. Do I have to swear him in or do you?
I'll swear him in. Officer, do you swear to your testimony here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Excellent. Please proceed.
Okay, Cadet. On the scene on got the name of the street already.
Vespucci Boulevard.
Vespucci Boulevard. Do you believe the defendant was his life was being threatened? Well, his life was being threatened.
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor, sorry.
The vehicle that he claims to have owned, did you see it with your own eyes that he stole it?
Yes.
Okay. The two people that were in the car, do you believe they were in grave danger of being shot or killed by the defendant?
Yes.
Do you believe the defendant knew exactly what he was doing when he opened fire on the vehicle?
I don't think the defendant knew what he was doing.
You don't think?
Not too sure.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense, you may cross the witness.
Sam, back up there.
Oh, sorry, mate.
You're good. So you said that he was in the vehicle, not asking about ownership. Was he in possession of the vehicle before it was stolen?
No. Wait. What, sorry?
What I did? Yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a confusing one. I'll rephrase. Would you agree that he was driving the vehicle before it got taken?
Yes.
Okay. Would you?
Objection.
Yes, we have an objection.
Misleading question.
He was driving it for a second before he got it stolen from him.
We'll
From
proceed.
what I saw, he stole the vehicle from someone else, and then someone stole the vehicle from him.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Would you? How would you describe these individuals that stole the vehicle?
Park rangers.
Okay. Moving to
No.
his park ranger. Yeah. Moving on. Once he had opened fire, was he at all threatening or hostile towards you as you arrested him?
Not physically, but verbally. He was threatening not only our lives, but the park rangers came back to us at hospital and said threaten their lives once he got out of hospital. Yeah, again.
Okay, no further questions.
All right, thank you, officer. Are there any more witnesses, prosecution?
No, Your Honor. Prosecution arrest.
All right, thank you. Defense, please call your witness.
If you want to come to the stand.
Make sure you're speaking loudly, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to swear him in, Your Honor, or?
Oh, yep, sorry. Keep forgetting that bit. Do you promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good, let's go.
Perfect. So, could you please describe sort of what happened as you were driving the car?
So when I was driving the car, I didn't see the officers originally. I was driving and I saw the officers down the road, and I thought they were chasing me when I was in the car. So I pulled over. I put up my hands because that's what they normally do. They search you. I put up my hands, didn't resist or nothing. Then I let them search me. Some park rangers came up, stole the car, started to drive off, and I started to shoot at the park rangers.
Okay, and did you feel that your possession of the vehicle had been threatened by them taking it?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Yes. I'm not
Yes,
Your Honor. I'm just
sorry,
a
sorry.
lawyer. No, you're all right. Okay. So did you fear that if you did not act, you would not get possession of the vehicle back?
Yes.
Okay, so when did you have time to put your hands up or talk to the police officers before they started firing?
No.
Objection, Your Honour.
Cause?
The people that stole the car never fired.
I was asking about the police.
Oh, I was
We'll
Yeah, no,
just
you're right.
rephrase your question if you don't mind.
Yeah. So when the police attempted to detain you, did you at all resist or have time to resist?
No.
Okay. How would you describe the conduct of the police once you were in custody?
Can you rephrase that?
Yeah, sure. So how were they treating you? Were they good? Did they do anything negatively?
I'd say they're good. They were pretty good.
Okay. That's good. No further questions at this stage, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Prosecution, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Go back up.
Okay, so you stated that you didn't realise that we were chasing you. Is that correct?
Yes.
So us being at the scene of that ATM robbery and then walking up to you when you ran away, what do you think we were doing?
Running to your car like every other officer.
Okay, our car was behind us though. So why did you run away?
There's plenty of cars there. I didn't know which one was yours.
But we were walking towards you.
There was a car near me. I don't know if that was yours or not.
Okay, so why did you run away?
Because I need to get a car. So I was busy until they took me hostage.
Okay, so you stated that you needed to get a car. Did you have a car parked on scene?
No.
So where did you get this car from?
The street.
Was it yours?
No.
No further questions, Ron.
All right, thank you. Please take a seat. All right, closing statements now. If the prosecution doesn't mind approaching and submitting their closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honour. And the defendant, Mr. Simmons, he does have a pretty long criminal history. While we don't really don't count his history against him, but we do believe that he's a high risk of reoffending again. The fact that he was so openly willing to shoot two people, yes, they may have done wrong by stealing a vehicle, but Mr. Simmons has also shown that he's not capable of knowing what's right from wrong. While running from us, he stole a vehicle right in front of us, then claimed it to be his, in which he was able to, therefore, in his mind, open fire on two people. We believe he is a serious risk to the community, and we ask for no leniency to be given whatsoever. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Mr. Tellini, if you don't mind giving your closing statement.
Sure thing, Your Honor. Well, we don't argue some of the points brought by the police force today. We do still fundamentally present that the defendant, even though a bit overzealously, has executed his constitutional right to self-defense of his property, or of property in his possession. While the police have obviously intervened rightfully, and we don't contest that, we do still contest that he was fundamentally acting within his rights afforded to him for self-defense. I would rest at this stage.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to take 10 minutes to make my decision. You are all able to go and get some food and drink while I do so.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Any food, Mr. Simmons?
Sorry? What do you reckon, Johnny? Yeah.
Court's back in process, guys.
All right. Under much thought, and I commend both sides on fighting for this case. However, in this particular case of the state versus Mr. Simmons, I am judging you guilty on all charges. I do understand that Mr. Tellini... Sorry, what was that?
No, I was just saying sorry to my client.
Oh, that's all right. Mr. Tellini mentioned the right to self-defense when a vehicle was stolen. He was firing on two people within the vehicle. Just to let you all know, the right to self-defense is stated as citizens may use deadly force or violence where a reasonable person would believe it necessary to protect themselves or someone else from imminent danger or harm. There was no imminent danger. There was a vehicle being taken, and even after that, it does say exercising force in self-defense, a person must contact the police. I believe the correct course of action would have been to let the car be taken and reported to the police. So there will be no extra sentencing applied. There'll be just the standard that's in the MDT, which I believe was something like 30 months. And what I would be suggesting to police is I'm requesting a suspension of the firearms license for a period no less than 3 days.
Understood, Your Honour.
This court is now in recess. My ruling is final.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Can we place you in cuffs? Ah, Jesus Christ. Grab him, grab him, grab him!